Coming up on Late Night with Dee.
You chose great sex over loyal.
Yeah, I do.
And he reveals even more in a game of sip and spill. I will ask you a question. If you decide to answer, I mean you're going to spill the beans.
Let's get her ready.
If you choose not to answer, you gotta sip.
Okay.
Have you ever been caught in a sexual act? And by who?
One time.
Name a local singer you think you can sing better than.
Israel. Try to keep it as discreet as possible.
Oh no. Allain is a back-to-back 5-time winning groovy soca monarch with hit songs like Numb and most recently Ride a Jockey and Dance For Me, making him a well-known sex symbol. Tonight, Arthur joins me on Late Night with Dee, not to talk about music, but to dish out on the dating game.
Oh my God.
Yourself a glass of wine, get comfortable, talk to me, what's on your mind? Ooh, I wanna get close to you. I'm talking about sex, love, relationships too.
Arthur Allain, welcome to the show.
Right, thank you very much for having me.
You good?
Very good.
You ready to have some fun?
Sure.
Okay, so today we're talking about the dating game, and to make sure we keep it real, we're drinking Red Moscato, compliments Barefoot Wines, Peter and Company distributors. So,
Loosening up my tongue, huh?
is it what?
Loosening up my tongue,
Yes, that's good, that's what I want.
Small sips.
Okay, so before we go into our topic, I want to speak a little bit about the rider jockey trap.
Yeah.
You move from soca to sexy.
Pretty much. Well, the song itself is basically showing a different side of Arthur. People know me for, the sweet boy niceness in the groovy soca. So I just decided to really show a different side of me because Arthur is a very versatile artist. I started out actually as a hip hop and R&B artist, and then I moved into soca. Pretty much because St. Lucia saw Caribbean people on the whole more focused on soca or dancehall. So I took the opportunity to show off my different side of me. And
so you said you're normally showing up the street boy side. What side is the right jockey showing?
The right jockey is more, the little raunchy side. I mean, everybody has their vices, and we all have our different personalities, but time and place. So I just decided to show off a little more edgy side to Arthur.
The only thing I was hoping to see in that music video was a little bit of action from you.
You see, I try to keep it as discreet as possible. It's a gradual jump. My next video, I'm not going to see too much from me, but it's a little more edgy than the right jockey.
Let me tell you, that right jockey song is doing a lot of things to people,
Well, I'm trying to help the population grow,
Okay, so the topic is the dating game.
Okay.
And I posed a question online to the fans, asking them, should you go on a second date with a young lady or a man who gives it up on the first date? It was a unanimous yes. Everybody was like yes. And of course, they didn't answer yes without jumping in their feelings and saying, if a woman should give it up and the man give it up, they're adults.
Right.
But I'm going to ask you, would you go out on a second date with somebody who gives it up on the first date?
Yeah, I guess depending on the circumstances how you led to that point, you may have gone on the first date and known each other for 5-7 years before, and you've already gotten to know that person. So
under that premise,
justice, under that, that's fine. Even if you do happen to meet the person for the first time, you just analyze different things. Maybe not, the second date might not come right after, but still take an opportunity to give the person a chance, an opportunity to learn more about them, and then see if there's potential for anything more.
Personally, I would not give it up on the first date.
Okay.
And I probably would not, most likely not go on a second date with a guy who's trying to get it on the first date. Notwithstanding, I know there are people who has given it up on the first date and go on to have long-lasting relationships,
Exactly.
or somebody who decide to hold back for the 4th, 5th, 6th date, and then when you turn out the
Quas.
man or woman is a,
Exactly.
it quas. So I guess it goes both ways. How soon would you say it's too soon to be intimate with somebody?
Well, that's all dependent on the person. Everyone's different. Everyone needs a certain level of affection to feel loved. And I mean, you based on your upbringing, society. I mean, the way we think a lot of times is based on how we grew up, on our religious background, or
Right.
say, parents or something like that. So it all depends on the person. I don't think there's any particular time stamp, and I don't think that it determines how well the relationship is going to turn out. So whether it's 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, I've had situations where 3 months waited, and then after that, done. That was it. So that happens, and then in situations where not too long after, and then it lasted many years.
What's your idea of an ideal date? Where would you take your lady on the date?
Well, again, depending on the person, because everybody has a different, thing that they like. Some girls like to just go on the rocks and by Pigeon Point and sip wine and watch the moonlight. And others would like to go to a fancy restaurant and
But where would you?
For me,
where would you like to go on a date?
I don't have a particular preference. I would more try to please the person. So based on their likes, I would sacrifice whatever that I like to do, because I'm not much of a out person. For me, I would rather just stay home, cook you a lovely dinner, and
Yes.
get a little candles and
A
all
little
that.
Netflix and
A
chill.
little Netflix and chill, and make it happen. Yeah, that's me.
I don't know. I prefer a date, especially if it's going to be a first date. I prefer it be somewhere I can actually speak to the person.
Right.
People normally want to go to the movies. To me, I find it's too noisy. A club is a no. I prefer go, like you say, chill at home. Well, if I don't know you, if I just meet you, I'm not bringing you at my home yet. So, just go somewhere we can chill, probably a little picnic or something of the sort. But let me ask you, who do you think should pay on the first date? Or any date for that matter?
We live in the era where women empowerment, where women feel like they have to show their no, for real, no. But personally, I would pay. I always like to be the gentleman. Chivalry is not dead. I still try to be the guy, because I feel like, okay, I'm well off enough to do it. So I would save you the hassle and still pay.
But some guys.
But I appreciate a woman who would offer.
But
Yeah.
some guys saying women asking for all rights.
So they should get the rights and pay for it. Well,
they're not asking for
all that's
these
good
rights
too,
too.
I mean, I appreciate a woman who does go all out to, and still try her best to help out.
What if you're broke and you want to take a lady on a date?
What would I do?
What would you do?
Well, if I was broke, I've been broke before. Yeah, but I would just do like I said, like stay home and cook a reasonable meal.
Cook a reasonable meal.
Yeah, I'm good in the kitchen, trust me.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm from Sufre, I got in my blood. So.
I think if a man asks a woman out, he should probably he should probably pay. And if he know his pockets are not deep enough, he should say, okay, well, let's go there, explain the situation. If a woman asks a man out, I think she should pay, or they could go Dutch. Dutch is when, you both foot the bill. But I guess this normally happens when you're already in a relationship and you know each other, you would want to chip in. Would you bail on a bad date?
Would I bail?
Yes.
I think I would go for it, man. Until I would.
You'll muscle it, bro.
I would muscle it through. I'm the kind of guy. I'm very sensitive to person's emotions and things, so I wouldn't embarrass you.
You wouldn't
Nah.
You wouldn't tell I'm going to the washroom.
Nah.
Or fake a sickness and call your boys.
Nah. That's bad.
Do you think it's okay to date more than one person at the same time?
Do I think it's okay? I wouldn't say personally. I wouldn't say. I gotta let you trap me, no kind of thing there. So if you're just dating, it's just dating. There's nothing wrong with it. There shouldn't be anything wrong with it. You're getting to know somebody. You're going out. What's wrong with that?
All right. Well, we'll be right back. We're about to take a break. When we come back, more from Arthur on the dating game.
On Late Night with Dee.
Still to come.
If you were to build your ideal woman, we know you're dating, but if you were to build your ideal woman with $5, what would you buy?
With $5.
Do you prefer lights on or lights off?
When I'm watching it?
No!
Oh, like in general? Up to you, you see all the message, you see all the business there. You know what I find hot?
Hi guys, welcome to Wine Tips 101, Knowing Your Wine. Now, take some time out to research on various types of wines. So it's not about red wine or white wine or rosé. You want to speak the language of wine. So Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, Pinot Noir, White Zinfandel, and the list goes on and on and on and on. Wine as a centerpiece, as a center conversation, when you speak that language, oh, when it rolls off your tongue, it's something beautiful. So go out, take some time out, learn about your wines, learn about your different varietals, and go out there and show off.
On Late Night with Dee. Pour yourself a glass of wine. Get comfortable, talk to me, what's on your mind? Ooh, I wanna get close to you. I'm talking about sex, love, relationships too. What's your secret and your fantasies? Yeah, and we keeping it real. On Late Night with Dee.
Welcome back, guys, to Late Night with Dee, and I'm with Allain, and we're discussing the dating game. Okay, so I'm going to give you this piece of paper. If you were to build your ideal woman, we know you're dating, but if you were to build your ideal woman
So you're just gonna take
with $5, what would you buy?
With $5. Alright, let me look for all of them there.
You can go take your time and go for them.
Alright, I like ambitious. I spend $1.
It's $1.
We can't do without grits.
You could say it. You could say it. We're keeping it real. You could say it.
Pastor, you watching this? Grits, sex. That's $3.
That's $3. So you have $4 already.
$3. No, I want to have free. Ambitious and great sex. That's $3.
Okay, all right.
So what am I missing again? Let me see. Well, I like educated, you know. If I go there, that's $5 already. I'll take the well educated man.
You take the well educated.
Educated enough. Education don't mean to go to college, you know. It's just having
Exactly.
a
You
sense
could be
of, you know.
street smart.
Yeah, man. I don't believe in too much academic education. It's just understanding.
So loyal, no.
Loyal is there, but you know.
You chose great sex over loyal.
Yeah, I do.
What is the craziest thing you've ever done to impress somebody? A girl to impress them.
I don't think I've ever done anything crazy to impress a girl before. I'm a.
So she's doing the craziness.
Sometimes maybe, because I'm a very shy guy. It's very few times that I actually approach a woman first. It ain't nothing to do with being cocky or overconfident. I just grew up as a very shy person. Low self-confidence was most of my teenage years. So actually having the courage to go up to a woman and say, hey, you know, I like to see you. I would do it in a jokey way maybe. Like I'll tell you, hey.
In case you get your feelings. In case you get your feelings hurt.
Yeah,
you can just laugh it off and play.
I can laugh it up, play it up. And growing up, teenage years, like a lot of girls, like I can't take you serious because I would always just joke about something. I'll never be actually serious. So, you know, I will never really go out of my way to impress. If it's one thing I don't do, like you see my voice, I do appreciate, like, not that I don't appreciate, but I don't like women who try to over flatter me about my money. Oh, you're a great singer. I know I'm lame. I had that great. I know Brian McKnight. So
well, we don't know. You want to give me a sample?
Nah, exactly why I can't. You know, so I know I love all that. So you check me, don't come and tell my voice this and that. You might love it more than I love it myself, but I don't really like that. So I don't use my voice to impress or talk about my money or anything like that. I just be genuine, be myself, and be nice and cool. And if you feel my vibe and you want you, then let's make it happen.
So you don't sing for the lady at all?
Let me tell you, my first girlfriend, she begged me to sing for her for the longest while. And it was only when she was leaving, she was going away, that I had to muster up so much courage to do it. It's very hard to do. It's easier for me to sing to a crowd of people than to actually have an intimate setting where I sing to you. Very hard to do. I just can't do it.
Let's go off topic a little bit. What's going through your mind when you're performing?
When I'm performing, you know of the old Beyonce Sasha Fierce kind of vibe. I kind of can relate to that to a certain extent.
So
especially on bigger shows. Like my real name is actually Elijah.
Elijah?
Yeah, that's my real name.
So where did Arthur come from?
I used to love the cricket growing up. And you know, when we were in the Saba and playing our ball, you know, we would call each other cricketers' names. Like we just choose a name. So the fellas would take, like, you know, Lara, Carl Hooper back then, you know, the early 90s. And Keith Atherton was a cricketer then. And the Kellogg's box used to come in for the cricket card. I used to always get Atherton for some reason. And yeah, Arthur just stuck in me. And one of my partners in the crew, he was in my class. And he just started calling me Arthur then and just stuck. When I was trying to get the artist name, we couldn't think of another name.
So just
Arthur was just, and then I just brought on the surname Allain.
So Arthur is, but Allain is your surname?
Yeah, Allain is my surname.
So Arthur is your Sasha Fierce?
Yeah, sort of. Because like I say, off stage, I can be the very shy, reserved guy. You'd see me in a fed just calm in a corner. You say, boy, a bit real Stoshi, but I just shy. I just on my own vibe, you know, I just on my own thing. But on stage, like, it's just a whole different vibe comes out. And like, sometimes like big shows, like Groovy Monarch, I could actually see myself performing whilst I'm performing and not even.
So you've seen it happen in a head?
I'm aware, but it's like I lose control and
like
something else take over. It's zone, you're real. And like most times I don't even observe faces unless I snap out. Like I would see you in front, you'd be waving to me.
So if I was in the crowd and I waved to you and you waved back to me and I go and tell people half a wave at me, that was not true.
Probably wouldn't even know that I waved to you. Trust me, like just very rare moments where I would snap into my normal self, but it's just a zone out and just let it go.
How do you deal with the groupies?
How do I deal with them? I'm a very humble fella, so I just accept whatever. Yeah, thank you, that's it. It's a little another place where people are crazy over, you know, so-called celebrities or whatever artists. So it's not that much of a big thing for me.
How does your lady deal with it, or how have your exes dealt with it?
How my exes dealt with it? I have to ask them. I mean, they have to understand that, hey, Arthur is not a ugly fella and ladies are going to want to, you know, like to see Arthur and all that. So
right.
Personally,
I don't think I'd be able to date a celebrity.
Yeah, I don't think you should.
Yeah. I'm not jealous, but I'm very territorial.
Right, I feel you.
I'm very territorial.
And I understand that. So, you know, as an artist, you have to understand where, you know, the woman will come from and understand that they would feel some sort of jealousy regardless of who they are. And I mean, as much as you put yourself in the position, you have to. I'm a very understanding person. I know how it would be like, you know, so I understand it. I allow it.
Okay, so you're dating a lady without mentioning any names. How did you know she was the right one?
You got the great source about you. You know, you never really know until, you know, I mean, life goes on. So sometimes you think that it's the right person and then stuff happens and then it doesn't turn out to be. So you go with the motion and I live in the moment, basically. I live in the moment. I don't worry too much about what, you know, tomorrow will be like. If not, it will be the same in 5 years. Just go with it and make the best out of every situation. Do
you have any kids?
No kids as yet.
Do you see that in the future?
Possibly, hopefully, yeah. At least 1 or 2. Them these things ain't hard, so a kid is. I'm telling you.
But with this type of songs you drop in there, you want to grow up.
Well, I mean, other people, you know, I taught for almost 10 years, so I dealt with kids.
What did you teach?
I taught IT and math at Super Compre, and I did music at Balata. So you
beauty and brains. And talent.
Yeah, you have beauty and loss.
You're a triple threat.
Well, yeah. Job left me, so I good.
Alright, okay guys, when we come back, we're turning it up a notch with a little game.
On Late Night with Dee. On Late Night with Dee.
on the next episode of Late Night with Dee. So tell me, who is ecstasy? Well, let me correct you. Who is the new ecstasy? I got kidnapped already. You want to try? Outside St.Lucia? Yes. Money when I go out, go down, let's back up my come down. Tell me to move feminine, tell me to dance. I can spin on a pole like a monkey.
Get comfortable, talk to me, what's on your mind? Ooh.
Hi guys, welcome to Wine Tips 101, knowing your wine. Now, take some time out to research on various types of wines. So it's not about red wine or white wine or rosé. You want to speak the language of wine. So Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, Pinot Noir, White Zinfandel, and the list goes on and on and on and on. Wine as a centerpiece, as a center conversation, when you speak that language, oh, when it rolls off your tongue, it's something beautiful. So go out, take some time out, learn about your wines, learn about your different varietals, and go out there and show off.
What's your secret and your fantasies? Yeah, and we keeping it real. Pour yourself a glass of wine. Get comfortable, talk to me, what's on your mind? Ooh, I wanna get close to you. I'm talking about sex, love, relationships too. What's your secret and your fantasies? Yeah, and we keeping it real. On Late Night with Dee.
Welcome back, guys. You're watching Late Night with Dee, and I'm here with Mr. Allain. We're about to spice it up with a little game called Sip and Spill. You already sipping? Okay. So let me tell you how the game goes. It's called Sip or Spill.
Right.
If you decide to spill, I will ask you a question. If you decide to answer, that means you're going to spill the beans.
Let's get her ready.
If you choose not to answer, you gotta sip.
Okay.
But here's the funny part. You can only choose 3 sips.
Ask me. No. How many questions are there?
They have enough.
Enough.
Yes.
Well, if I have no more sips, I just go outside.
Alright, first question. Who is your local celebrity crush?
Local celebrity crush. I think St. Lucia.
Yes.
I don't think I have a local celebrity crush. Let me see. Celebrity. Okay, I don't have a local celebrity crush, huh?
You don't have none?
I don't think so. I don't think
Not one female celebrity in St. Lucia you like to see?
So you already have female celebrity, like, you know who I find hot? Jade Brown.
I knew you would say that.
Oh, yeah?
I read your mind on that. She is.
Jade Brown. Hi, Jade.
Hi, Jade.
Can I?
If you won the lottery, who are you calling first? Your mother or your girl?
Who would I call first? I'll probably call my girl first. I don't know. But my mother will call her anyway, so.
You calling after?
I'll call them. We'll call them same time. We'll have a freeway call.
Have you ever sent nudes to somebody or asked them to send you nudes?
Yeah, who hasn't in this age?
Oh, so you see my questions are easier?
Yeah, not too bad.
All right,
so
good.
far.
If you had to choose...
My question is slow. I can sense danger coming, eh?
Okay, I will rephrase it. Have you ever been caught in a sexual act? And by who?
One time, Me and my woman, of course,
Your ex?
Yeah, my ex.
Okay, just making sure because you know.
Yeah, one of my exes. You all don't know all my exes, so go try and guess which ex it was. Yeah, but
yeah, you know yourself.
We were having a little fun in a waterfall in Sufre. One of my co-staff members, yeah, he came with his lady and he was like, ooh, he did. He left. Next day at work, he was like, bro, you do not take careful.
Have you ever cyber stalked someone, as in go and watch their profile photos and?
Not cyber stalk. I mean, it's like visit more than once a year, but to say stalk like always staring, nah, I don't do that.
Okay. I dare you to give me your phone and let me randomly choose somebody who's online on WhatsApp and message them. What was that?
A sip. It's supposed to be a sip. I can't think of this is not a girlfriend spirit. This is a sip.
Show me the third photo in your camera roll.
Let me see if I can show you the photo in my camera roll first. I'm going to say you see that.
Yeah, but I would be cheating if you're not showing it to me.
No, I have to see. I have to investigate the matter first. Oh yeah, it's actually a photo I just took here, so boom.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
It's actually on our set. That's the third photo you shot?
Yeah, I'm very sure.
Okay, good.
Bam. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, don't put the phone away yet. So one more is coming. Pull up the last conversation in your phone.
Yeah, that's actually Lisa. Actually, she sent.
No, not from us. Not from us. Disclaimer, not from us.
Kidel. LOL. As Kidel is one of my top partners. That's the last message I had there.
LOL.
No, what we talking about? Because my brother, we were about to release a new video actually, like I said. So, yeah, the rest of the conversation, if you see that, there is problems there.
But that's what we want to know.
No, them kind of problems. They all know.
But then you need to sip, because you didn't show me the conversation.
Oh, let me see. We just have some kind of.
So you and Kidel in some serious conversations.
We just talk some business. I'm warming up the wine, sir. I like hot wine.
You like hot wine?
Nah, that thing I can't understand how that is to hold a big glass of wine, so I'll be in
Name a local singer you think you can sing better than.
Ezra. You're always coming for me. Ezra, I'm better than you.
Ezra, I do not endorse this.
Ezra always there, you can sing. Don't worry, man. Let's go sing off. It's not my work, I can say that.
Do you watch porn?
Yeah.
Which side? What time you Pornhub?
Actually, RedTube was my preferred site, RedTube. But you know, recently it's been tracking, I don't know what happened, so I gone to Pornhub.
When last you watch Pornhub?
Maybe last week or so.
Do you prefer lights on or lights off?
When I'm watching it?
No!
Oh, like in general? Up to you, you see all the message, you see all the business there. You know, it's different time, different vibes, you know? It doesn't matter if it's on or off.
It doesn't matter?
Nah.
Alright.
But, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Who was the worst person you kissed?
The worst? I don't know what it was.
You have to call names now?
Nah, I had about it. I have to see that one. I forgot I sit in that game. How many more sips I have? That's my second.
You can go ahead and sip.
I'll sip this one.
Yes, that's your second. What is your weirdest fetish, or what is your fetish?
The thing is, I don't have any fetishes. Like seriously, I don't like. Or maybe I think that's a fetish, but. You see the show? Why did you bring me here? I don't really have any fetishes. Like, you know, like for example, my nipples are my most sensitive part of my body.
Your what?
My nipples.
So why you rush for that? Why you have to take your time with the words?
My nipples are the most sensitive part of my body, so I get very aroused by my nipples.
By your nipples.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. You see y'all. Mommy here watching that.
I hope she's not watching. Okay, last question. Have you ever done any of the following? Indecent exposure, prostituting,
No.
cheating with your best friend's girl,
No.
or sexually harassed anyone?
No, not even.
Then you're a saint. After all that, you're a saint.
Yes, I'm a saint.
Well, I thought it was really nice having you.
Pleasure.
It was fun.
It was okay.
It was fun.
Let's I think I said to that.
The right way.
I don't believe that's the right way, but anyways,
It's the right way.
What's on your mind?
Okay guys, thanks for watching. This was Late Night with Dee with Arthur Allain. Join us again for another exciting episode on Late Night with Dee.
What's your secret and your fantasies? Yeah, and we keeping it real. On Late Night with Dee. On Late Night with Dee.
Late Night with Dee is brought to you by